Hello everyone and welcome to another Timeless video. So today we're going to be taking a look at Rakdos Hollow One in Timeless format. So the Detective Phoenix is all the hype in modern format at the moment because there is this nice combo that a lot of people actually overlooked. It's actually been recently discovered that this is actually a thing. So let's put the Hollow One and the Detective Phoenix side by side. The Phoenix is from the Modern Horizons 3 set, and a lot of the attention was focused on energy at the moment. Now people are kind of figuring this out, but basically the Phoenix has a really strong synergy with the Hollow One. Since what this says is you can bestow this card, so you can play this as an aura for just 1 mana, and you can also get this card out of the graveyard using the bestow ability by collecting 6 evidences. And what that means is, as long as you can exile cards with total mana value 6 or greater from the graveyard, you can bestow this card onto a creature. But let's say if the Hollow One is in the graveyard. Well, by itself, that gives you 5 evidences in the graveyard. So all you need is just 1 more card, and then you can bestow this card from the graveyard onto the battlefield or from your hand, which is kind of insane because the enchanted creature gets +2/+2, and it also gives you flying and haste. And let's say if it doesn't get attached, the Phoenix just becomes a creature. So there's really no downside to bestowing. But what's really cool here is that the Hollow One, you can just cycle the card if you don't have any discard spells in your hand, since that card's dead anyways in your hand, and immediately you can collect 5 evidence just from Hollow One alone, which is kind of insane. But otherwise, we do also play 4 copies of Faithless Suiting, so you could also use it to put the Phoenix into the graveyard. So vice versa, you could play out the Hollow One early instead of playing the Phoenix out by cycling. So depends on what kind of cards that you have. If you have the Faithless Suiting, you can get the Hollow One out on turn 2. Otherwise, you can look to cycle the Hollow One into getting the Phoenix out. And because of that, these 2 cards synergize very well together as a result. But as you can see, we are actually playing that many discard spells outside of Faithless Suiting because you don't really have to animate the Hollow One onto the battlefield, because really what you're trying to do is to get the Phoenix out so that you can do a lot of damage, especially if you can attach it to the Netherglyph. But otherwise, the other discard spell that we play is the Impetuous Lootmonger. And again, you can also use this to either discard the Hollow One, Detective Phoenix. But what's nice is if you don't have any cards in your hand, you actually don't have to discard to get the effect of this card, similar to the Seasoned Pyro. So having said that, I'm going to be hopping over to some Timeless Episode 3 to show you guys how the deck does. So let's hop on over. Okay, let's try this out. I'm excited. I am excited. Their first opponent is Loris. Could be an energy. Okay, I think I am going to just do this. So it's a Demir. I'll probably just play out the Netherglyph. Nice. We got a Impetuous Lootmonger to ditch the Detective Phoenix. It's also very nice. Get rid of that. Ooh, Archmage Charm. Hello. Archmage Charm. It would have been actually nicer if we got like a Thoughtseize or something. Right? By the way, I can't cast this. You need to collect evidence 6 to bestow. That means I have to exile cards equal to the total mana value 6. Alright. Now, I could just, you know, Archmage Charm here. But I think this is, I'm actually kind of smelling a combo deck here. Demir Pact. So, okay. I guess we gotta get rid of Bowmaster there. And we'll just flash in our Orcish Bowmaster in response. I'm just gonna do this now. And if they Sheldred's Edict, we'll sacrifice the Impetus Lootmogger. Really? Really? Another Bowmaster. I think we probably won this one. Because we can sit back with an Archmage Charm now. Very nice. So they didn't have a land last turn. Even if they draw a combo piece, they are pretty much dead. Okay, so this is a deck. Do we want Blood Moon? Because they have to play so many non-basic lands, right? And their combo requires like a black and double blue. Thassa's Oracle plus the Pact. I'll probably get rid of a Fatal Push in this one. I can see myself playing a Hearse. Not too many copies though. Surgical is probably really bad. And I think I'll just cut a copy of Mishra's Bauble. What is happening? There's a lot of Dimir Pacts recently. Like 2 days ago, I played against the Dimir Pact. Here, we're playing against another Dimir Pact as well. So we got a turn 2 follow one, which is kind of sick. I think I'll go dual land with this and then Thoughtseize. I guess we get rid of a mana drain. My opponent puts it on top. My opponent puts it on top. So their cut down is completely dead. I think I want to get rid of a Wooded Foothill. And probably an Instant Speed. Or do we not want a Licensed Hearse? I think I'll go with this. I could save this Mishra's Bauble for next turn. For the Dragon Rage Chandler. The problem with the Dragon Rage Chandler is, if I play this and they cut down. You know what? Let's actually play it. See what happens. That landed. I'm super surprised. So we have a few options here. We can Lightning Bolt, or I guess we want to Lightning Bolt. I'll take that as well. And let's see what they're gonna draw. A Brainstorm. That's actually really bad because I topped the Thoughtseize. Okay, they're just gonna fire it off immediately. It's okay by me. Into a Ball Bolt. Lonely End. I think I'll say this Thoughtseize for when they bring the Loris back. I probably want to play this in case I have to like Thoughtseize plus Faithless Looting. Not gonna bring anything back. Okay, let's see what they got. Bowmaster. Into a Gust. They're so far away from comboing. My opponent is so far away. I could? Okay. How ridiculous is it to take away the Toxic Deluge so that they can never play it? Because it's a one-of deck, right? I don't think that's actually a bad idea. Now, even though, like, they could be looking for, like, a board wipe, but surprised they actually don't have one. Start getting rid of Mistress Bauble for Loris. Fatal Push, okay. Are you gonna block? No. No. I don't think I can actually play the Hollow One here. Nor can I cycle. What if I Toxic Deluge for 1? I think they have to block with the Orcish Bowmaster here anyways. So we get a free cycling with Faithless Looting. With the looting here. Then we'll play the Hollow One. Whoa, are they actually going to counter this? Nope, it was a Mystic Sanctuary. I guess they can get Fatal Push. Okay. There it is. Should I cycle this? I mean, I can just hardcast it next turn as well. They're probably just gonna play the Bowmaster out, and we have a Toxic Deluge, and they're dead. It's kind of crazy. My opponent's probably thinking, why the heck did you get a Toxic Deluge? Boom. Ragavan. I do just kind of want a Orcish Bowmaster, but to kill the Ragavan, but I can't. That's actually good for me. I can go Orcish Bowmaster. Oh my god, my arch nemesis. Five cards in the yard. Uh-oh. You know what? That is a card we need. You're drawing a tap land. Nice. Well, technically not nice because Flage is about to come out next turn, which is a bit concerning. Let's see if I can get something good here. Galvanic Discharge or Amped Raptor? Amped Raptor isn't very good in this deck, so I guess I'll just take another Galvanic Discharge. Another land. Unfortunately, the Flage is going to kill the Dragon Rage Chandler here. How am I gonna beat that? How am I gonna beat that? We need a Fateless Looting right now. Lightning Bolt? Lightning Bolt. We need one more. We need one more. That's just too good, though. Yeah, that is a bit too good. The funny thing is, if I use a Galvanic Discharge, it goes to their side. I might actually play the Amped Raptor. Because I'll be able to play the Guide of Soul here. I mean, use the energy from the Guide of Souls. Uh-oh. Do they play more than one Surveil land? They do not. Close game.
Nothing can break our bond.
Why are they attacking with only that? Shouldn't they have attacked with the Ocelot Pride? So opponent has 3 cards in the yard. Another Static Prison. That's good. So we got a Phoenix. Should I bestow? That is technically more damage if you think about it, but I have to get rid of my own Phoenix. It's probably not worth it. Okay, that's pretty good. What they did there. That is pretty good. I do have 6 damage, so they have to win here. I mean, if I can somehow get this out, but what I can basically do is I Galvanic Discharge one of my creatures, and then I'll detect a Phoenix, you know? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I kill this thing, that'll be 6. Okay, we somehow got there. Okay, so we want some Toxic Deluge for this matchup. I'm not sure. Do we want a Surgical? It's probably just better to have an Unlicensed Hearse, right? So we're bringing these cards in, so let's just get rid of Thoughtseize and that should be good. No way of discarding the Hollow One. We also don't have any, like, creatures either. But we have a Bolt. We do have the Bauble plus a fetch land, I guess. Oh, I accidentally mulliganed. After saying all that. Yeah, after saying all that, I accidentally mulliganed. Whoops. My bad. My hand is a lot worse if they have a Ragavan again. Which, you know, they actually shouldn't have a Ragavan in this matchup, but... hey, you know? If they like Ragavan, they like Ragavan. Yeah, if they like Ragavan, they like Ragavan.
May our axes strike as one.
Wow. It's a bit surprising. I think I am supposed to fetch a Black Source in case they brought a Blood Moon. And we'll just go... we'll just get rid of a Hollow One here because I think it's just gonna rot in our hand at this point. Static Prison, Discharge. I'll take a Discharge. So last turn, opponent didn't have An instant speed removal spell. Definitely doesn't seem like they have one. Okay, nice. I kind of hate where we're at, actually, because I have to discard a card, which is a bit of a scam. Like, obviously, I don't want to do this, but... A hearse. A hearse. Well, don't I look like a fool? Keeping a hearse. Oh! Oh, yes! Hmm... Am I not supposed to attack, actually? Because of the Ocelot Pride? I think so. I'm putting it now in case they draw like a discharge. So opponent didn't have an energy gain last turn. Let's see if they have an energy gain this turn. I play this one because they could have another static prison like this. Okay, so the last card was Flage. Bit problematic. I'm gonna chump block with the Impetus Lootmonger. I think this is a pretty smart play because they don't have any energy generation. And I already have an Unlicensed Hearse, so... I could also double block if they only attack with the Giganta. I think that's actually fairly safe. Yeah, I think that's actually fairly safe. What? I guess they timed out. Maybe they just had enough, and they just, disappeared. That's probably it. I'm gonna say it. I think the Lootmonger is one of the coolest cards they've ever came out from Alchemy. Jarsoul and Crucius, even though Crucius got kind of gutted because they just deemed it too powerful. But yeah, this card is amazing. Wow, this person has been grinding. Didn't it just reset? Right? Didn't it just reset? How are they already at Diamond? And they're about to hit Mythic. Like, that is dedication. That is straight up dedication. I do really like the Dragon Ray Chandler. Do I like it more than the Nethergoyf? I actually think Nethergoyf is a lot better than Channeler. Just because the Goyf can block, you know? In future turns. Swords. Okay. That is really powerful what they did. They got a really good card out of it. They got an excellent card out of it. Really? I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know about that. Like, I think that was like a huge missed opportunity. They actually might have done it because they have an Ajani in hand. Because Bombardment plus an Ajani here is... pretty insane, if they do have it. Okay, so I have to go Lootmonger to see if I can fetch a removal spell for the Ajani here.
A dark plot ties our fate. Share in my vengeance.
Let's see if I can find something good. Very nice.
Evil thrives unchecked.
So now we gotta look for maybe a static person on the Goblin Bombardment for the with the Impetus Lootmonger. They topped it. So I guess they topped an Ajani.
Teamwork triumphs.
Yeah, looks like they topped an Ajani. We gotta try it again.
Traitors will be punished. Into the fray.
Land. See if I can find it again with the Lootmonger. Chthonian Nightmare. It's not good enough. I can't take the Nightmare because it's to its owner's hand.
Share in my vengeance.
Let's see if I can find a removal spell for the Ajani or maybe a Thoughtseize. That's not really it. Guess we gotta like get a Detective Phoenix. Which we did. Two, 4, 6. I couldn't put it on the Guide of Souls because they can just sacrifice with the Goblin Bombardment, right?
I need time to heal.
The problem here is no matter what I block, it doesn't really matter. They can just sacrifice one. Yeah, it doesn't matter what I block here, unfortunately. Because this one has first strike, they can Goblin Bombardment and make use of the first strike there. But if I block the Ragavan, you know, the Oscillate Pride still triggers. So I can't stop the Oscillate Pride. So the best card I can draw here is a 1-mana removal spell for the Loris. Let's see if we can get one. Hey, we actually got it. We want to do it now because we don't want to let them have a Goblin Bombardment on opponent's turn and, you know, they can just get one back from with the Loris. This one's a surprise. That means they're not going to be able to, you know, potentially not be able to attack with the Oscillate Pride next turn. They also had a Chthonian Nightmare. Okay, I think that is cue to go to next game. I think they just have way too much recursion. So, let's have some Blood Moon. Blood Moon's actually pretty good against Mardu. Toxic Deluge as well. You know what card that I'm forgetting? A frickin' Giganta. We're actually supposed to have a Giganta here. Yeah, we're actually forgetting a Giganta. That's not good. Let's go down on some Detective Phoenix. I don't know why the Vexing Bauble is in. And we'll get rid of Thoughtseize. I think that's about it. I don't think we care about, like... Yeah, I don't think we care about Goblin Bombardment. Like, that's not the reason why we lost. We lost to because opponent drew into another Chthonian Nightmare. We've been going second against an energy a lot today from a turn 1 Ragavan. Wow, they actually kept the Ragavan going second. Pretty happy about that, actually. Very happy about that. Hollow one? Not gonna play anything, so I guess we're also not playing anything. Phoenix. Phoenix. I think we still have to play the Bloodstained Mire here because I want to go Orcish Bowmaster. Plus leave up a Lightning Bolt. Imagine if we can like Faithless Looting here and then play the Hollow one. Johnny.
Fight beside me, brother.
This is just too good though, right? Like just play out the Bowmaster here. Interesting. So I can cycle this. Probably get the Phoenix out. Another one. Attack. I mean, these two together are kind of insane together. Kind of insane because this by itself is 5 mana. It almost fulfills the entire bestow condition. That is insane. Yeah, that is insane. You know, speaking of insane, this is insane. That one and that one. I'll leave up a bolt. One, two. Okay, we can't haste this. Alternatively, we could have also, like, you know, I guess we could have gotten rid of the hollow one into the graveyard so we can Phoenix. That's something we could have done. Okay, let's get rid of a God of Souls. Goif. Goif, goif, goif. Let's do this because we might be able to win, perhaps. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not gonna be enough. That's a 6/7 nether goif. Yeah, that is a fat boy. Prismatic ending. Into a static prison. Okay, I think we won. Oh. Never mind. I trolled. I trolled. Was there a win then? Thinking about it. It's all lands. Yeah, it's all lands. It is all lands. Okay, multiple static prisons coming out. Sorcery. I guess I can just go... I lose 1 Delirium, but I have an artifact on a land, and I can just ditch the Blood Moon here. I preferably don't want to, like, show them that we have a Blood Moon, though. Okay, that's good, because now... I can just go... Creature, creature. I'll still have the win. So my opponent still doesn't know that we have a Blood Moon. Are we just never supposed to cut Detective Phoenix because of that? Like, that's sick, right? The synergy between the Hollow one... but I'm going second this time, though. Yeah, I'm going second. Maybe I'll go 1 less Mishra's Bauble and play a Detective Phoenix. Ooh. Okay, Blood Moon. Although, I don't think I can actually keep this one. Because we don't have a black source. We don't have a swamp. My fear of playing the Dragonry Chandler is... they could Bowmaster in response, so I feel like this is safer. Then they might actually not play the Bowmaster out, and we might be able to play Faithless Looting next turn to a Hollow one. A Johnny.
Teamwork triumphs.
Do I want another land? No, I think I'm looking for a removal spell for the Ajani. Which we did get. Am I gonna be gone again if I play this? I feel like the longer you wait, the worse it is. So I think you just like, you gotta do it. Like, you gotta do it now. Let's go Hollow One because it's harder to kill than another Wolf, I feel like. Because they could have a Fatal Push. Okay, they have a Swords. They must play like 4 copies of Swords because it's very consistent. Very, very consistent. It's a bit disappointing that we're losing the Phoenix, but I think this is actually so good. Their Amped Raptor went kind of wasted, in my opinion. Oh, that's actually really good as well. Maybe I go another Goyf here. Man, so many removal spells. So many. So I know opponent has a Bowmaster here. I think it's just better to draw it out. I could put it on a Johnny and then double block. But yeah, I'll just take the damage. Interesting. Not gonna play out. I feel like if they were gonna transform, they should have done it there, right? I feel like... Yeah, I feel like a bit of a missed opportunity there. Surgical. I could play out the Ocelot Pride and then Fatal Push. Or I could steal the Hearse. Let's just steal the Hearse. And we'll just pass here. Yeah, again, they're holding on to a Bowmaster here. Okay. Bowmaster into that is actually pretty nice because now I can go either one. So what's gonna happen here? So I think we just play out the Hearse. And pass. Loonmonger. Do they really play Fatal Push? The thing is, I don't think they would use a Swords if they had a Fatal Push, you know? Like, I don't think so. I could force out a Bowmaster. Like, if I double block the Ocelot Pride, they're gonna Bowmaster, right? And then I Bowmaster back. I guess it's not that good because they're gonna make token out of it. Toxic Deluge. Right on. mean, they have a Bowmaster 100%, and they're just waiting for me to actually use the Faithless Looting. That's really all it is. Yeah, that is actually just all it is. Discharge. There it is. Also the Pride. What is this? Like Chthonian Nightmares? Like... Oh, they must have drawn another Bowmaster then. That's what it is. Yeah, it looks like they drew another Bowmaster. Okay. Fine by me. So, one of them is a Bowmaster. They shocked. So, that is a removal spell. Oh, baby! So this is a swords. They have a swords again. Oh, wait a minute. Is Goblin Bombardment just the nuts, or is it Galvanic Discharge? I think it's actually just Galvanic Discharge. Yeah, this Unlicensed Hearse is never going to be played as a creature. Just until they get rid of their swords. I know opponent has a sword, so... that is going to be... basically it. I wonder if they actually just drew that. Yeah, I wonder. We'll attack with you. It's free damage. So here's the thing. Is Loras doing anything? Is Loras doing anything? I don't know. We don't know. Still passing. Ooh, Goy. That's a juicy one. So we're gonna see a Orcish Bowmaster out. Okay, so Source is gone. They've used it. There's that Bowmaster. This is actually just nail in the coffin if we draw into if we draw into Blood Moon, because they actually don't have any white source. So they're gonna have to play with only black and red. We can also hard cast Hollow One here, by the way. Speaking of... Like, the thing is, really, like, without the Johnny, like, the Goblin Bombardment doesn't really do anything against our deck because our cards are just so big, you know? Alright, so, we played 4 games with this. Losing to Jeskai Control, unfortunately. I do think the Jeskai Control matchups is a little bit tough because they have 4 Captive Swords, they have Flage, which is kind of hard for this deck to deal with. And we actually saw that too in versus Boros, where they had Flage as well. But versus Mardu, because they don't play Flage, after a clean Toxic Deluge into Unlicensed Hearse, it really got the job done. And even when opponent had a Johnny from a Goblin Bombardment, like, we were actually able to hang on because the sheer power the Impetus Lootmonger gives, and it's not like besides the Johnny pinging our creatures down, the Goblin Bombardment actually doesn't really do anything because, look, Dragon Ray Chandler is 3 toughness, Lootmonger is 2 toughness, Detective Phoenix, it can even make Nethergoyf into a flying creature. This also has, like, way too much toughness for the Goblin Bombardment to really deal with. Hollow One has a really fat stat. So, you know, besides the Orcish Bowmaster, the Bombardment actually, you know, doesn't really do anything, and it can feel a bit clunky against our deck if it's, like, sitting in your hand, which I think my opponent actually had. I actually also played this deck with a little bit of a disadvantage because I didn't have Giganta for some reason. So yeah, there it is. And now the deck is complete. And we can probably just get rid of, let's see, maybe a copy of a Blood Moon. I don't know. Something like that. So yeah, I mean, I said it during the game. This card is absolutely insane in this deck because not only is this a way to discard, meaning that now you trigger the Hollow One, but you can also do some shenanigans by playing this, discard the Hollow One, and then go into Bestow Detective Phoenix. Like, that is so sick because this by itself, that is 5 mana worth that you are collecting evidence for. Like, that is so sick. You could also even just cycle this to trigger the Detective Phoenix as well. I really did get a lot of mileage out of it, but one thing you have to watch out for, which I actually made a mistake of, is the Dragon Ray Chandler. You could accidentally get rid of the Dragon Ray Chandler Delirium after I collected 6 evidence, and I looked at my graveyard, and I saw that I only had a bunch of lands in the deck, which was a little bit funny to look at. Yeah, the deck is actually pretty sick. We didn't really see turn 2 Hollow One too much, right? I believe it did come down once, but funny enough, even though I feel like the Hollow One didn't really get much action on the battlefield, but it actually got some action by going into the graveyard, letting the Detective Phoenix get evidence for 6. So, you know, quote unquote, the Hollow One did its job, even though it wasn't on the battlefield. So basically, don't tunnel vision into getting this down onto the battlefield. Just look at every other card. If you have a Fatal Suiting in your hand, then you can try to get this out. But most of the times, I think it's actually just better to cycle this even, and then get a card, and then you can just go into Detective Phoenix. So yeah, that is going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye-bye.